Hello friends, this is Any Education and today we are learning about geography. This is the chapter based on agriculture. So, what is agriculture? Agriculture is a primitive activity in which almost two-thirds of India's population is engaged. It produces food for consumption and raw material for the industries. Besides this, some agriculture products like tea, coffee, spices, etc. are also used for exports. So different type of crops under the agriculture: food grains, fibers, spices, nuts, beverages and oils. Then types of farming. On the basis of the characteristics of the physical environment such as rainfall pattern, land productivity, technological advancement and social cultural practices, there are various types of farming. Subsistence farming is the practice of growing the crop or raising the livestock only for own use and not for the commercial purpose. Now, subsistence farming has been divided into two parts, that is primitive subsistence farming and intensive subsistence farming. What is primitive subsistence farming? Under this type of farming, it is carried out by the small farmers, especially the tribal, on a small patch of land with the help of primitive tools such as hoe, dog, digging sticks, using the family or the community labor. In this farming, tribal or the farmers clear a patch of forest land, burn it when the soil lost the fertility. They leave the patch idle for few years and shift to the other piece of land where they repeat the same process. They clean it, they burn it, they sow the seeds, they throw generally the seeds. They press it with their any heavy weight sticks or something. Sometimes they just ride their animals on it so that the seeds can be sown easily. It is not in the same in a pattern, in a form. Then in this type of farming, the land productivity is low as the farmer does not use the fertilizers or the modern equipments. They are totally depend on the natural irrigation. Intensive subsistence farming. Under this type of farming, in India, it practiced in an area where there is a high population pressure on the land. It is labor intensive farming. Farmers use heavy biochemical inputs, intensive irrigation to obtain the high production. Other than that, there is another type of farming that is known as commercial farming. The farmer grows the crop on a large scale. Commercial farming, the farmer grows the crop on a large scale by using modern technology to earn good income. The main characteristics of this type of farming is large land holding and use of high level of input such as high yield variety seeds, good irrigation facilities, chemical fertilizer, insecticides, pesticides, etc. The degree of commercialization depends upon climate, irrigation and other factors. It varies from state to state. Another one is plantation farming. Plantation farming produces raw material for the various agro-based industries. In this type of farming, only single crop is grown on a large scale using capital intensive inputs, that is modern machinery like tractors, etc. Well-known plantation crops are tea, coffee, rubber, banana and sugarcane, etc. Now, cropping pattern in India. The cropping pattern refers to the environmental differences such as climate, topography, soil type, etc., that gave rise to the different cropping seasons in India. Crops are grown according to the set pattern. There are three cropping patterns: Rabi, Kharif, and Zaid. Rabi crops, this crop started, the seed sown started from the winter season, that is October or December, and the harvest in the spring season or the beginning of summer season. Such crops cultivated in this season, some crops cultivated in these seasons: wheat, barley, peanut, gram, mustard, etc. Kharif, this crop sown during the onset of monsoon, that is May to July, harvested between September to October. Some important crops: rice, that is all known as paddy, maize, bajra, tuor, or we can say arhar, moong dal, etc. Third is the Zaid, which comes between Rabi and Kharif season. It is a short duration between March to June. Generally, vegetables are growing or the food crops are growing in this season. Some important crops: watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, etc. Now, food crops. What do you mean by food crop? The term food crop refers to the world's assured food supply derived from plants. Crop assumes human interventions through the agriculture. In the main, food crops consist of grains, leguminous, that includes dried beans, seeds, nuts, vegetables, fruits, herbs, spices, beverages such as tea, coffee, and so forth. Some food crops important: corn, that is known as maize also, wheat, jowar, that is water resistance, paddy, that is rice, and India mainly the pulses, different varieties of pulses are there. Then grain and leguminous crops. Grains, generally rice, wheat, millet, maize, they are grains, and pulses, leguminous crops. Now this table is for your reference. There are main 7 columns in this. One is type of crop, another for what type of use it is generally. So third one is season, then type of soil, then temperature, rainfall, and states. So one we will take. First one, rice. This is staple diet. It is counted as staple diet of India. Maximum people, more than 50% people, they use rice as a staple food. Wheat is also staple food. Rice is for Kharif. The soil, type of soil, clay or loamy. Temperature more than 25 degree. Rainfall more than 100 centimeter. Main states: Punjab, Western Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Rajasthan. Wheat also another important staple diet. It is Rabi crop. Black and loamy soil, 10 to 15 degree temperature. Then 50 to 75 degree rainfall. Main states: Punjab, Western UP, Haryana, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Bihar.